Millions of dollars come to Formula One in support of some of the drivers. Others come with nothing but sacrifice in their wake. An individual is brought up in an opportunity-filled environment. Another develops up pursuing it. And somehow, they all are in the same grid. Here, however, is the interesting part. When the lights are out, when 20 cars take off, turn 1 at 300 kilometers per hour. Does any of that make any difference? Stories do not pay off in Formula One. It rewards performance. Therefore, the question is not a complicated one. Is it in money, or in something much more inexcusable that Formula One is determined? Two worlds in one grid. Formula One is sometimes referred to as the epitome of motorsport. However, what people fail to notice most times is the fact that drivers get there differently. The journey is planned, financed, and meticulously planned by some. Unlimited testing, the best teams, the best coaches. All errors are just a part of the process. All races present a financial risk. All crashes are possible terminations. Each season might be the final. And yet, somehow, the two kinds of drivers come to a common ground, the F1 grid. Since not everyone can just be good at Formula One, as it is not like most sports. Surviving the journey is about it. Esteban Ocon, sacrificing to race. Suppose your whole family bets against you. Not metaphorically, literally everything. This was the case with Esteban Ocon. His racing career was funded by the sale of their house by his parents. It was not passion any longer. This was survival. All races had strain that most of the drivers are not used to. And yet, Ocon didn't just survive. He delivered junior championships, showing that he could only qualify by merit. But Formula One was no fairy tale. He was thrown out of his seat and disappeared and struggled his way back, in a wagon, to the summit of the stand. And in 2021, he won a race, from a van to the top step of the podium. But to make something that cannot be bought with money, does that type of journey make it? Lance Stroll. Opportunity is unlimited. Turn the tale about and about. Lance Stroll did not grow up with a preoccupation with budgets. He was brought up with access, the best teams, the best training, the best equipment. All that is supposed to ensure maximum performance at the very beginning. Since his father was not merely wealthy, he was so strong that it was possible to influence the opportunities on the highest level, even to possess a Formula One team. And that alters it all. Mistakes aren't career-ending, they're learning experiences. Bad seasons don't close doors, they open new ones. Now, however, matters become complicated. Stroll is more than a passenger. He has podiums, he has good performances, he has shown that he is able to compete. But the question does not fade away. Had he not that support, would he be here? In Formula One, access is everything. But staying there? Quite a different test. Lewis Hamilton, talent against the odds. Lewis Hamilton's story feels almost unreal. No billionaire backing, no guaranteed path, just a father working multiple jobs to fund a dream that most people would call impossible. Every race was a financial gamble. Every step forward required sacrifice. But Hamilton wasn't just good, he was undeniable. He didn't just compete, he dominated. And at just 10 years old, he told a team boss he would one day drive for them. He wasn't hoping, he was certain. And then he delivered a world title in his second year. And eventually, one of the most successful careers in F1 history. His journey proves something critical. Money can create opportunity, but when talent reaches a certain level, it forces the world to pay attention. Nikita Mazepin, when money isn't enough, had money assurances of success in Formula One. All the billionaire-sponsored drivers would be champions. The tale of Nikita Mazepin displays the boundaries of that notion. He could have it all. Access to the best teams, unlimited testing, and numerous opportunities to perfect something with the assistance of such huge financial support. A protection that most drivers never get, and that is a big plus. But Formula One reveals weaknesses in a cruel manner. At 300 kilometers per hour, there is no hiding. Mazepin has made it to F1, which is very challenging in itself. However, once their performance was all that mattered, mistakes piled up, pressure increased, criticism followed, and, as soon as he came, he disappeared. One season. That was as long as it took. And what brings forth an unpleasant fact? Entry is available to purchase. but it cannot purchase the skill of competing on the top level. Fernando Alonso, built from nothing. The story of Fernando Alonso is constructed with simplicity. No luxury, no shortcuts, just raw determination. His father wasn't wealthy. He did the work of a mechanic and constructed the first kart of his son himself. No professional arrangement, something that just worked. And somehow, that was enough to commence something special. Alonso did not immediately come up. His path was slow, hard, and unpredictable, but each stride was a hard-won one. It was not with a top team when he finally made it to Formula One. With meager machinery and few expectations, and then all was different. 2 world championships, dominating an era, putting an end to the reign of legends. Success is not the only thing that makes Alonso. It's longevity. Decades of making cars that were not competitive, but still at an elite level. Due to the fact that not all drivers are opportunity-driven, they create it. Max Verstappen, pressure over privilege. Max Verstappen's story doesn't fit neatly into rich or poor. It's something else entirely. Pressure. His father, a former Formula One driver, didn't give him luxury. He gave him expectations, extreme ones. From a young age, Max wasn't preparing to try Formula One. He was preparing to dominate it. This wasn't a childhood. It was a training program, strict discipline, constant evaluation, no room for weakness. And the results came fast. Formula One debut at 17, a race win at 18, then years of fighting at the highest level, and eventually, dominance. What makes Verstappen unique isn't just his skill, it's how early he was shaped for this world. He didn't arrive with nothing. But he didn't arrive comfortably either, because sometimes the biggest pressure isn't financial, it's an expectation. Does money matter after all? So after all these stories, one question remains. Does money actually matter in Formula One? The honest answer is yes and no. Money matters massively at the beginning. It decides who gets the chance to enter the system, who gets the best training, who survives long enough to be noticed. Without funding, many talented drivers never even get close. But once you reach Formula One, the equation changes. Because now, everyone is fast, everyone is elite, and the differences become brutally small. At this level, talent, consistency, and mental strength take over. Money can put you on the grid, but it cannot make you win. And over time, Formula One has a way of revealing exactly who belongs and who doesn't. Formula One isn't just a sport, it's a filter, a system that tests not only speed, but background, resilience, and opportunity. Some drivers arrive with everything handed to them. Others arrive having sacrificed everything. But once the race begins, none of that guarantees success. Because at 300 kilometers per hour, the only thing that truly matters is execution. And that's what makes Formula One so fascinating. It's not purely fair. It never has been. But it's also not predictable. Because sometimes, the driver with nothing becomes a champion. And sometimes, the driver with everything isn't enough. So the question isn't just who is the richest or the poorest. It's this: when it really counts, who can actually deliver?